We are in the field today and are gonna install some more sap flow sensors. Which we use to measure how fast water flows in the tree, and that we use to upscale how much water a tree takes up from the soil. And this is what a sensor looks like. It's a heat pulse velocity sensor, has 3 needles. The middle needle fires a heat pulse, and then in the top and in the bottom needle there is 2 thermistors in different depths. And they record the temperature increase and then decrease after the heat pulse. And depending on how fast the water flows in the tree, this shape of the curve changes. And then by comparing the upper and the lower needle, we can calculate the heat pulse velocity, and then we can infer the velocity of water in the tree from that. And now I'll show you how we install it. First we have this small metal piece that ensures that we have the right distance for the holes between the needles. Next step, we have to check how deep the bark is, because the first thermistor on the needle is in 1 centimeter from this needle head, and we don't want this to be in the bark. You just use a screwdriver and hammer, and you tap the screwdriver into the tree, and at some point you'll hear that the sound changes and you also feel more resistance, and that's where the xylem starts, because the xylem usually is more dense than the bark. And then you can pull it out and then you see how deep the bark is. So this is about 1 centimeter. So we'll have to take away some of the bark. I try to not peel away too much of its bark, just as much so that the outer thermistor is not in the bark anymore, but in the sapwood where the water is flowing, which we want to measure. Next we'll install some of those metal sleeves into the tree where the sensor slides in and easily out. And those are quite new, we did not have these before. And what happened is that the trees grew in size when the wet season came and crushed our sensor heads. So we hope, wet season is coming soon, we'll see what happens. We hope that this will prevent it this time around. Now for the final moment. Hopefully it works smoothly. Ooh, yay! Done! And now we just have to put some insulation connected to the data logger, and then hopefully we'll see some interesting stuff soon when the rainy season starts. Da-da-da-dum, da-dum. Done!